I bet the whole of Dan is losing its mind right about now.
And just when we'd finished liberating all the realms. So much for things getting somewhere close to normal.
It's too calculated. As if whoever's behind all this was watching us.
The people of Pelegion seem pretty unfazed given the circumstances.
They've yet to get the full range of their emotions back. Maybe it's for the best. Can you imagine the panic otherwise?
Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to leave, that's for sure.
Whatever Lennigus is planning, it's a fair bet this wedge they've sent down is just the beginning.
Even now, they're stealing away Dana's astral energy as we speak. Come on, we don't have much time.
Where are these Forland mountains exactly?
Those are the mountains you encounter if you walk deep enough into the Lavtu marshlands.
I don't remember there being any sort of path like that around there.
It's possible we overlooked something before. It wouldn't hurt to look again.
I think Hoodle senses something.
Let's see what you've got.
Take this!
Here I go.
You're finished!
It's over.
Isaac won't save you!
Take this!
Mega Ray.
You're finished!
Hold on to your arm.
Here I come!
Here I
Your
come.
reflexes will not serve you well here.
Not today!
Radiant, here.
Here I
Laser
come.
field.
No further!
Right now.
I'm ready!
Spread. Well, looky here.
Is the blazing sword okay?
A little water's not going to hurt it.
Let's dispose of the trash. Dance in the wind. Mega Ray.
Elusive deity! Take this!
Mega Ray.
Hitting pile! Come and face me! Severing wind! You're mine!
Lightning.
It's almost too strong. The enemy builds ours
Put it
too.
over. You'll
Be
soon
my
see
guest.
about that. Do it.
Take this!
Xion, astral energy. Full throttle. Go. A flawless victory.
My turn!
Naturally.
You're finished! Take this!
Elusive deity!
No escape!
Raging cascade. Where are you going? Now. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Second into
Now!
everlasting darkness.
Shattering of
Pieces! Negative
Attack
gate.
knife. Tempest.
Together, that wasn't even a problem.
Armored soldiers!
some of Volron's former guards.
Let's take them out quick before things get messy.
All glory unto Volron!
Lay down your arms, and no one has to get hurt.
Silence! Traitors like you shall never walk free!
I knew you were stubborn, but you don't have to be so damn dramatic.
Here I
go! Now's our chance! Lightning condemned! Spirit flame! Here,
Astral Arts?
Here, that's my cue!
Shut him down!
I can do this all day!
Damn it!
Air thrust! Fury! Glacial spear! Here's evil!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
By the raging of water!
You're finished!
Bending you apart!
Not today!
Get on in there with the
It's over!
We'll get
Here I come!
Do it!
It's over!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Shot!
Well done!
I owe you one!
Shield ready!
Elusive!
What's with the hole here? Is that supposed to be their hideout?
It doesn't look like it's freshly dug, whatever it is. Maybe it's the entrance to a path to Cyslodia. Everything all right?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Let's go.
Only the best materials in your garments.
You really do have quite the discerning eye, Dohalim.
Yeah, they all kind of look the same to me.
Tell me, Alphen, wherever did you learn how to wield a sword?
I was wondering the same thing too, actually. I'm guessing you knew how to fight before you met the Crimson Crows, right?
I used to be a soldier who served a Danon master. I never saw the guy's face, but I still fought for him because he was my employer. Looking back, it wasn't all that different from being a slave.
A Danon master? That must have been before the Renans brought you to Lenegis 300 years ago.
You must fight using real Danon techniques then.
Really? We used to have our own sword arts?
There's a lot of our own history we've lost since the Renans first invaded. It's not all magic and art. I'm sure it includes things like sword styles too. It's incredible and also a little surreal to see those arts still survive after all this time.
Not only that, but I first learned these moves while serving one ruler, only to end up turning my sword on the ruling class altogether. Pretty ironic when you think about it.
I apologize if I dredged up unfortunate memories for you.
Nah, we're good. It's in the past now. All we ever did in those days was stir up trouble.
You're using those skills for a good cause now. It's not all bad.
I suppose this is what people mean when they say that every cloud has its silver lining.
Exactly. He's using those sword skills to make the world better. Could be a lot worse.
True enough. I will stop worrying about mentioning it then. This place is rather gloomy.
Why don't you lighten the mood for us while we're here then?
I'll see what I can do.
No wonder we couldn't manage to find them. They've been holed up here all this time, hiding.
The remnants of Volron's forces. You think they were planning an ambush on Pelagian?
Possibly. Then again, knowing how blind their devotion is, maybe they were just waiting.
Waiting? For Volron, you mean?
Even though we already defeated him? But yes, I suppose you're right. For these guys, that would just be a technicality. They act more like worshippers than subjects. They're probably still in denial that he was overthrown in the first place.
Either that, or they were biding their time until the next crown contest. Either way, their allegiance is to their lord.
Who they're convinced and expectant will return. So in the meantime, they wait patiently in preparation for the day that he finally does. That's way more than just loyalty. It's no less than total subjugation.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Here I come!
Take this!
I'll take you all on!
Don't mind if I do. Reload!
Take this!
Seismic
You're finished!
Simian tech. I shall feel you where you stand.
You're mine!
Bloody howling!
Lightning or blazing cascade!
It's over!
Here I come! Now!
Reload! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! You don't mess around.
Now!
Certainly
I'm not
not.
done!
I can carve through elusive deity! Eagle
Now.
Rage! Rinwell! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Barely a blip on our radar.
You've noticed it, haven't you?
Notice what?
I'm referring to Shion.
I never thought you, of all people, would come to me about her.
Yes, well, what concerns me has more to do with what machinations may be currently unfolding in secret on Lenegis as we make our way along this tunnel.
And you're saying it's related to Shion in some way?
Perhaps. She believed there was a good possibility that the Renis Alma may free her from her thorns. One would think after losing the Renis Alma, she would be more dismayed, and yet she isn't. Why? There's also the matter of the power that she inherited from...
You heard what she said. She didn't know about the Maiden's power.
Mere ignorance does not preclude her deep connection to the events unfolding around us. You recall when her thorns went rampant in Castle Delpharis. I've never seen dark astral energy manifest in such a way.
I thought you said all Renans had dark astral energy inside of them.
Correct. However, what Shion exhibited was far beyond what any ordinary citizen could ever possibly possess. And let me be clear. I do not intend to cast doubt on Shion or her motives. Nevertheless, I cannot shake the feeling that there's more to all of this than what we currently know. Do you disagree?
No choice! Take this!
Here I go!
You're finished! The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Does it hurt?
Take this!
Take
Your
this!
wings won't save you from me!
Take this!
Stockpile!
Pick up!
Demons descend!
Flashing bang! I shall ensure you survive this!
You're mine!
Radiant pierce!
You're mine!
The enemy wields arcs too.
We'll soon see about that! I'm mine! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
That's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting. It's obvious that people used to go through here in order to get to the other realms.
You think Volron really did seal it off to keep it hidden then?
Seems like it. Those soldiers we encountered might have known about it, chosen to hide out here.
But with the entrance collapsed and exposed, they must have been forced to come out of hiding.
Hi, Hoodle!
You're mine!
I never miss!
Elusive deity! It's over! Here I come!
Are those arms even natural?
Here I come! Severing wind!
Thank you. Elusive deity.
Glacial spear! Pierce evil!
You picked the wrong fight!
Resonate with the earth.
You're mine!
Stalagmite.
Your arms are really incredible.
It's thanks to you I can use them.
And I promise I'll always prove you.
You fight better at a distance. The further away, the better. You and I both.
Resonate with the earth.
Ready to go!
Stalagmite.
Denied!
Scream
Radiant storm!
I'm not done!
Rending you apart!
Severing
Bloody
wind!
howling!
Here I come! It's over!
It's done!
Do it!
In an instant! Impact clock! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Wow! Look what I just found.
Right, here goes!
Take this! Pierce evil!
Here I come!
Thunderblade!
It's over!
Freeze lancer!
Here I come! It's over!
I can shatter any steel!
Take this!
Reflect
so
on my
hit
pesky airborne scoundrels.
Ignite!
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Thrust! Megasonic thrust! Pierce!
If it's in the sky,
astral
it's mine.
art?
That's my cue!
Megasonic
Who wants to
thrust!
die
Shut him
next?
down!
Take that! Now you see what I can do!
You're mine!
I'm ready!
Rima!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Whew. Thank goodness we won.
This looks nice and tough.
I won't forgive you! Art expert coming through!
Rending you apart!
Radiant pierce!
Bloody
Here's a healing art!
resonate with the earth!
First aid!
Looks like
They
you
look
came to my
cute and
rescue
stuff,
again.
but
You
they're
need to be
vicious.
careful.
Ignite!
With the blazing sword and with my thorns.
Shia.
Astral energy!
You're mine!
Again!
Try harder! Now!
Pierce!
Dragon
Load
Swarm!
ammo! I'm
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a healing art!
Not a
Eat
chance.
dirt! Shiny!
I'm not
I
done.
never miss!
Leave
Radiant
the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and the pummeling to me!
It's so long! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
That was almost too easy.
No enemy can stand against us.
If only every battle went so well. Let's see what you've got.
Here I come! Prepare to meet your
Pierce
finish!
evil! Sleep
Here
now!
I come!
Freeze
It's
lancer!
over!
I'll be saving this one!
Take this!
That's wielding art? Now it's been everywhere.
Do it! Lightning condemned! You got something? Glacier spear! Pierce evil!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Do it!
We turn the tables on him!
There are still more left!
Right! No time to hold back! You're mine!
Resonate with the
You're
earth!
finished!
Radiant!
Here I come.
Pierce!
I'm ready!
Here I come!
Excellent technique.
How are your weapons holding up?
Best not to give me any ideas.
As impressive as always.
Here I hope there isn't too.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Xion actually look
I'm
flustered.
not done!
Resonate with the earth! Stalag! Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go. What's this thing?
I see supplies and other signs people were living here. Even Zoogle cages.
Definitely looks like this is where the remnants of Volron's forces hold themselves up. Yeah.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Win!
Now,
Here I come! It's on! Be careful, everyone! This one isn't normal!
shattering
Pieces! Attack time!
Come one, come all!
I need
I'm not done!
something.
You need to be healed.
How the mighty have fallen.
You fight better at a distance.
No further!
The further away, the better.
You and I both. Magna Ring!
Outline you
This
mine!
one's mine!
We turn the tables on him!
There are still more left!
Right! No time to hold back!
There!
It's over!
Lightning on
I'm not done!
In here!
I'm not done!
Thank you.
This'll come in handy.
Leave the charge
Leave the
to
enemy's
me.
arcs to me.
No complaints here.
Confiscated.
You're finished! Ignite!
Black astral energy.
You're mine!
Whoa.
You're
One at a
finished!
time. Healing star field. One more.
You're mine!
Do it. Well, that's the way.
In an instant! Impact clock!
With this, I can become even stronger.
The design of this equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen.
How much do they have to steal from us to be satisfied?
What's that thing's purpose anyway? Some kind of siphon that sends the astral energy the Lords harvested to Lenegus?
Not as far as I'm aware. That said, it has become evident since the forming of the Renis Alma, as well as other recent events, that my insight may be thin. I would, as I believe the saying goes, take what I say with a grain of salt.
Dohalim.
At the very least, I believe we can assume that whoever is pulling the strings behind the scenes has had this in the works for quite some time.
Why's that?
The people on Lenegus may have plenty of resources at their disposal, but not even they could prepare something like that in a mere month. Something of that magnitude takes considerable time, as well as a predetermined goal in mind.
Then what was the crown contest for?
At this stage, I think it was but one step in the greater scheme we see unfolding before us. What that scheme is exactly, I haven't a clue. For now, I believe we should keep moving. The path continues. It's quite possible it will take us all the way to Cyslodia.
Agreed. Let's keep moving.
So Shion's thorns are dark astral energy.
Rinwell. Are you worried about Shion?
Of course I am. But I don't know how to talk to her about it.
You and me both.
Come to think of it, what happened to those 4 lights that fell from Lenegus along with the wedge?
All 4 of them scattered in different directions. It's anyone's guess where on Dana they might have landed.
I'm not entirely sure, but it seemed like those lights may have all been different elements of astral energy.
So even though they're using the wedge to siphon off energy from Dana, they're shooting it back down to Dana as well? Why?
I don't know. It all happened so suddenly.
Hopefully it's not a sign of some new threat we'll have to deal with.
But if that red woman has anything to do with the wedge, then what could that light...
It's weird, isn't it?
Oh?
The Red Woman. Shion and Dohalim said they'd never seen her before Pelagian.
Are you saying they're lying to us?
No, it's not that I think they're lying, just... there has to be some reason for it, right?
Well, one thing the 2 of them have in common is that they're both Renins.
Okay, you 2. Put a pin in it for now. I know that we're in the dark about a lot, but for now, let's focus on getting through these mountains.
Yeah, of course. Little help!
Armor won't save you!
Elusive You're mine!
Radiant,
It's over!
here!
Win!
I'm out of ammo!
Take
Back
this!
into the fray!
It's over!
Tempest, whoa!
flying freaks! Why can't they just sit still?
Xion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Take this! Xion!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There!
It's on!
You're mine!
The earth throbs in pain.
Ignite!
No complaints from me.
You're mine!
In a bind?
Thanks, Xion.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll be better.
I'm out of ammo!
Leave the chargers to me!
It's on!
Denied! Reflect on that.
I'm not done!
They smite with black
Take this!
blade!
Here goes! Not on my watch!
It's over!
Execution!
Here!
Ready and
I'm out
ready!
of ammo! Do it!
This could be useful.
This will be a delicious piece of cake.
Come and face me!
One more! Mega ray!
Negative gate!
Dance in the
I'm
wind.
not done!
Glacial spear!
This one's all
Here's
mine!
evil!
Here I come!
SG airborne
It's over.
scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
We've turned the tables on him.
There are still more left!
Right. No time to hold back. Escape!
Mega ray!
Take this!
Now! Mega ray!
Blow them away!
They're all coming after me.
I'm coming, Manuel.
Decision,
I'm not
decision,
scared.
time.
I'm
All
totally
a
fine.
perfect tech.
That's it? Nothing else to add?
You take meticulous care of your firearm.
Far enough! Glacial spear!
Can't get out of
Here's
this!
evil. Well then, let's keep moving.
It sure got cold all of a sudden after we passed the peak.
Law,
Yeah, we're getting close.
Little help.
Here I come!
It's over! Rending you apart!
Here I come!
Bloody hell!
Hear me.
Take this! You're mine!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Dance in the wind.
We've got flyers!
I've got this. Let a marksman do your art. Here I come.
All yours!
I'm only getting started.
Not a chance!
Stay calm.
Leave the enemy's art to me.
No complaints here! Negative gate!
In here.
Take this!
This'll come in handy.
It's over!
I'm ready!
Xion, astral energy. Full throttle.
Don't get careless.
Hi, Hoodle.
Severing wind!
You're mine. Get on in there with
You're
them.
mine! Damn it!
Get into the wind. I'm
Here
ready
I
to seal.
come!
Everlasting darkness!
I can handle it!
This'll come in
Far
handy.
enough!
Take this!
Negative gate!
Photon splat.
I'm all stuck up!
Whoa,
I'm not done.
one at a time. Now,
Grinwell! Light burst forth!
Radiant Denison. You don't mess around.
Now this one's all mine!
Certainly not.
Eat this!
Raging Cascade.
Take this! It's over!
Anything in armor is all mine! Reflect on my sin. They take this!
Do it!
I'm not done! More!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Everyone hanging in there?
No choice! Take this!
Hear me.
Armor
Flame
won't
of
save
fury.
you!
Hold on to your arms.
mine.
Here I come.
Pierce evil!
It's over! Take this!
They
Freeze
smite
Severing
Raging
wind.
Storm.
You're mine! Take
execution!
Take this!
Reload! Air
You're
thrust!
finished!
Photon
You're
dance in the
mine!
wind! Feel! I never
They
miss!
smite with
Now
lightning.
who wants to die next?
Take this!
Execution! Our superiority was undeniable.
It feels invigorating to dominate a battle.
I was...
This will be a delicious piece of cake.
Not today!
Sleep now.
It's
Freeze
over!
them already. Lightning condemned.
Far enough!
Bloody
Here I go. I can do this all day.
Here I come! Wind! I'll take you all on! You're mine!
In here.
Severing wind!
Get on
You're
top.
mine!
Take this.
We turned the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back. No escape!
You are in tip-top shape.
As soon as I'm done here,
prepare to be
How
sealed.
could a girl ever say no?
As impressive as always.
Sound is more appropriate. Here I
Less
hope
talking, more doing.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Xion actually look flustered.
only in an instant! Impact clock!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
This looks nice and tough. We made it to Cislodia.
We need to get that bridge down somehow.
It looks like we can control it from our side. Let's take a closer look.
Are you okay, Law?
Oh, fine. Just thinking. The past is a real downer. That's why I'm focused on what's ahead of me. You?
Yeah. I'm going to stay the path. As long as we're all together, I know we'll be all right.
Same here. Now let's get moving.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Oh, good. We can cross through here. Stop! Who goes there?
My name is Alphen. We're not your enemies.
Did you say Alphen? Slap me silly, it really is you!
Forgetting someone?
Rinwell! Oh, glad to see you're doing okay.
What are you guys doing out here?
We're patrolling the realm. Never thought I'd bump into you all on my rounds, though. Heck, enough of me, though. What's going on up in the sky? Feels like the world's gonna end.
That's what we're trying to figure out ourselves. And as it happens, I've got a big favor to ask.
I had an inkling that's why you'd come back. As soon as I saw you in the distance. So you beat all the lords, huh? Damn, you really must be a hero.
I just did what I had to. So can you send anybody to help Ganeth Heros?
I think we can help out. I'll hit up the other resistance groups and rustle up some support. I doubt they'll have a problem with sending people once I mention it's you who's asking.
Thanks. If you guys can help out, That'll give us a chance to do something about that wedge out in the ocean.
Yeah, I think that's something only you guys can handle. Speaking of which, that thing's out in the middle of the ocean. How do you even plan on reaching it?
By boat. We're about to go look for one.
No rest for the weary, I see. Hey, what happened to that mask you used to wear?
It's a long story. Let's just say I lost it.
I sure never expected to run into Bregan.
Cyslodia's probably in good hands with him.
Yeah, now we can focus on finding a ship.
A boat, huh? Where are we gonna find one of those? It's not the kind of thing people just leave lying around.
Especially not Renans. For an Imperial power, they never have shown much interest in maritime expansion. Still, I dare say there should be the odd small vessel here and there.
All well and good, but that structure's slap bang in the middle of the ocean. A fishing boat won't cut it.
Let's just try to find one that won't sink us halfway out, yeah? Not that it needs to be a huge galley like Almadria's or anything.
Just as well, since we've passed, let's see, literally 0 huge galleys.
All I know is we have to reach that thing in the ocean. Anything that might work, I say we try it. Thanks to Bregan, it seems like Ganeth Harros should be in good hands, at least.
I wonder who they'll send to look after things. It'll be someone from one of the other resistance organizations, no doubt.
They could do a whole lot worse than someone like Doc. A knowledge of medicine would go a long way there.
Wait, do you mean the old guy back in Calaglia? Ganeth Harros would be one hell of a trek from there. He'd have to get here first.
My brother's old second-in-command, Legil, would be a perfect fit, too. Pity she'll probably still have her hands tied up with work in Menancia.
Mahag Sar will be the same story. They won't have the manpower as it is, let alone enough to start exporting it.
Man, everyone's still struggling to get back on their feet, huh?
Knowing Bregan, he'll probably take things into his own hands. He seems like the kind of guy who enjoys a challenge.
Thinking back on it now, though, it does kind of make you realize just how many people we've gotten to know in each of the places we visited.
That's true. And each and every connection we forged is priceless. Anyway, we can trust Bregan to take care of things from here. Come on, let's focus on the task at hand.
It's freezing.
It's always like this in Cyslodia.
Menancia was most fortunate, I see.
Gotta break through! You're mine!
Damn it! Flame of fury!
Can you take it?
Not a chance! Not a chance!
Take this!
My fists are crushing it out there!
I won't forgive you!
You're mine!
Lightning condemned!
You're finished! Impressive, Yohelina.
Float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Or so they say. Our superiority was undeniable.
It feels invigorating to dominate a battle.
I was certain I saw you yawn.
Come now, I'm certainly not that relaxed.
Retreat if you know what's good
Take
for
this!
you.
It's over! We've turned the tables on them.
There are still more left!
Right. No time to hold back.
Was that a new skill I saw back there?
Indeed. Well, sort of. Actually, it's a family staple harkening back 8 generations.
Maybe you can just write all this down?
What should I fix today?
Wasabi.
Rice!
Ice cream!
Meat!
Caviar!
You guys aren't helping.
Hey, that actually came out pretty all right, don't you think?
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little? What's wrong? You're looking pretty down. Something on your mind?
Yeah, you could say that. It's just, well, there's something that's been eating away at me for a long, long time. Do you mind if I share it with you?
Of course not. I'm glad to listen.
See, my mom and dad used to tell me I shouldn't go around casting magic, but there was one time I did, behind their backs. And when I did, Almadria showed up.
Huh?
I hated Almadria for destroying everything I loved. But what I hated most was myself. For breaking my promise to my parents. Even though I swore I'd get revenge, there was always this nagging part of me that wondered if I even had any right to do so.
Rinwell, it was Almadria who killed your family. Don't torment yourself over one mistake.
How can you say that when my mother and father died because of me?
This may not comfort you much, but I'll say it anyway. I have a feeling your parents always knew something like that might happen.
What do you mean?
There was always a chance that someday, someone was going to find you and your family. But even knowing the risks, they still taught you magic. And there are two reasons I can think of for that. First, your talent. Second, they were hedging their bets.
Huh? On what?
On you, Rinwell. On how you turn out when you grew up. Sure, learning magic may invite danger, but it would have been even more dangerous to live in hiding without being able to defend yourself. They knew what they were getting themselves into when they taught you magic. And I think they did it because of how much they loved you.
Because my mother and father loved me.
Sorry, I know I shouldn't be putting words into your parents' mouths.
No, it's okay. I used to think I would have been better off if I never knew how to use magic. And if I'm really honest with myself, sometimes I still think that. But after traveling around with all of you guys, I've learned that there are things I can do with magic. That there's a point to it after all. So I'm going to keep trying. I'm gonna try and accept it as part of who I am. I want to use it to protect my friends. To protect the future of Dana. Do you think that's selfish of me?
Not at all. I wouldn't want it any other way with you, Rinwell.
Poodle, let me know if you sense anything. Another day, another Gald.